The Lone Star State. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brett Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Now a look at the stats for him.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, if you'll allow a DC kid to be a little parochial right now, while there are some basketball hotbeds throughout the world, Prince George's County in the heart of Maryland is among the finest. A litany of NBA players have come from PG, including Kevin Durant, Victor Oladipo, Markelle Fultz, Michael Beasley, and Quinn Cook. KD said, "It's just in the water. This is what we do." Guys?
Great stuff as always, DA. Thanks. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big men up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor, will likely be the victor.
And now the New York Knicks starters. Filling out the wings are Bullock and Barrett. Randall out there with Noel. And it's Payton in at the point. And for the Rockets, they've got Brooks. Christian Wood is out there with Olynyk. Then it's Porter. And it's Tate in at the 3. So the Rockets win the tip. Here's Brooks. And he drops it in from the low post. And here are the Knicks. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And they really got after it from a defensive standpoint throughout that entire game. The turnovers they forced really tell the story.
So active defensively, and I love when they did force a turnover, they just flat out attacked. The points they got off turnovers swung the game in their favor.
And that one's good. Noel.
Great to have Noel active like that, proving how dangerous he can be on the inside.
Here's Wood. He's coming off a 10-point game against Golden State.
Let's us not forget about the work on the glass. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
Wood in the post. Noel on him. And the rejection by Noel. Payton passes to Bullock. Over Brooks. Bullock good.
Well, you risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
Porter against Payton. Now the pass to Wood. Makes it off the glass.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And the Knicks with possession here. Following the score by Houston. Shoots from 12. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Tate covered by Payton. And the rejection by Noel.
And Noel in there to intimidate and does so there.
Now Barrett. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
You wonder if R.J. Barrett could be the best player to come out of Canada. Now that's some high praise because I had many years battling against one Steve Nash, but R.J. Barrett has a high ceiling.
And Barrett's father playing for the Canadian national team as well as playing overseas. And Brent, as you know, his mother, a nationally ranked sprinter.
Yeah, an unbelievable family DNA and lineage around a multitude of sports, and it really helps to be a generalist rather than a specialist. Couldn't ask for a better pedigree for one R.J. Barrett.
Now here's Porter. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Payton drives in. It's deflected.
All the length of Kelly Olynyk helping to get that block.
Pass to Porter. Pass to Olynyk. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. For New York, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Payton finds Barrett. Some nice passing by New York here.
And Bones, when you look at R.J. Barrett, what's the next step in his game?
So if the next stage offensively, GA, is that he's got better shot selection overall and a bit more consistency from the three-point line, then it's about setting a tone and taking on the defensive challenge every night. That's what a good leader can do, and this team is looking for one.
And he makes the first. And as the regular season winds toward the playoffs for those teams in the upper half of the standings, Greg, how much are they looking at seeding and their potential playoff opponents?
You know, Kevin, guys won't admit to it, but it's human nature to think ahead, to try and map out that route through the brackets. And you get a sense if you played a team 3 or 4 times, how you match up, what you do well against them, and what our areas are concerned for you.
Barrett just one of those guys who you can see the competitive drive that he has. He's a hungry player. He's young, and there's no doubt he's going to get better.
Near the three-point line, it's Bullock. The good-looking shot from the wing.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Brooks dishes to Porter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And Kevin Porter Jr., all the issues you'd expect from a rookie, Greg. Unforced errors, a few too many fouls and turnovers. But as you and I were talking, and as the coaches told us, the upside is huge.
I tell you, Kev, his first step with the ball in his hands is incredible. Can burst by defenders like they're waiting at a bus stop. Once he matures, he's going to be a handful to deal with.
And the first one at the line is good. And Porter drops them both. And so Payton will bring it up for the New York Knicks. To the paint, here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Well, Randall can get up there with the best of them. It's a quick move.
Porter passes to Tate. Back to Porter. Passes it to Tate. 6 on the shot clock. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Payton outside. A dish now to Bullock. The shot from 20 feet away. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Now here's Randall. And he really did play well against Chicago in that last game.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. New York called for the foul. For Houston, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far. Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Brooks. Here's Payton. 9 points last game. Dishes it to Bullock. To the middle. Here's Randall. Wood against Noel. Back to Bullock. Shot clock at 5. A reverse. Tries yet again. And Noel lays it up and in.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
Brooks against Noel. And there's the pass to Tate. Trying to find Wood. Gets it to him. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot. For New York, they've gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Payton kicks to Barrett. A second chance effort, and no problem from Noel as he finishes at the rim. Noel's got 6.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Randall passes to Payton. New York moving the ball around. Wood with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wood. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile 1 block.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Daniel House has checked in for the Rockets. Augustine comes in for Brooks. And the Knicks with possession here. Down low, 6 to shoot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And remember, an early part of the process in Philadelphia, it's taken Noel a little time to define his role in the league.
The length and athleticism is just something that you can't teach, and that keeps people intrigued about Nerlens Noel. His skill set continues to be a work in progress, but there's been some signs of a turn for Noel now.
And the first one drops. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You got to like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. The Knicks have gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Now here's Rose. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game.
And now taking a look at some numbers for Noel. Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. Second in blocks, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And as you said, one rung below the leader in block shots. Tremendous motor. He's simply been destroying opponents in the lane. First free throw is good.
And Nerlens Noel, since coming into the league, seemingly has fought an uphill battle to try to find a role on a team where he can consistently make key contributions. Let's hope it's now.
Both free throws good from Noel. Augustine with it. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Rockets have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And the Knicks making a change here. Gibson's checked in. And he sinks the second. And here's Rose. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And when Rose goes on the attack, he stays on the attack, fights his way through the contact.
Here's Augustine, and Gibson sends it back, and he gets it back. Rose kicks to Burks. The feed to Gibson. Over Augustine, and it's Gibson, that time on the assist by Burks. And now a 5-point New York lead. Here's Augustine. Here's House. Here's Wilson, and he converts the layup.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Now, here's Burks. Charity stripe shot. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor or you're going to struggle.
Yeah, the best way to make it hard on teams is continue your motion, and their motion on the perimeter just wasn't good enough. That ended up costing them.
Now here's Rose, following the shot by Alec Burks. Back to Rose. That one falls, his second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Augustine, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Rose. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Let's check in for the Knicks. Both free throws good from Augustine. New York leading by 3. Now Barrett. 5 points in the game. Another shot. It's deflected.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Now here is Augustine. Bradley deciding where to go with it. Just 5 on the clock. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. Drops in the tray. And the Knicks lead by 6.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Augustine against Barrett. Inside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And now a chance to go to the real stats, real scores from the real NBA to see the leading three-point shooting teams in the NBA. Number 5, the Knicks.
No doubt they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
And the first one at the line is good. Both good from the line that time. The Knicks leading by 4. 1:27 left here in the first quarter. Barrett. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And checking out the numbers for Augustine, how the second half of the season has shaped up for him. He's getting around 8 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
I think coaches appreciate a guy that comes in and knows how to run the offense with some intelligence. That's exactly what he does.
First one falls for him.
Yeah, you just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
New York leading by 3. Kicks it to Toppin. 59 seconds left in the first quarter. Burks on the wing, guarded by Bradley. 4 on the shot clock. Burks can't get it to go.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
For Houston, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. And it's tied up with that one. New York shooting 44% overall here in the first quarter. 29 seconds left to play in the first. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Barrett with the ball. 6 points for him. With 2 seconds left. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And it felt like RJ did a great job there of just baiting the defense in order to get the contact.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game. And that one falls for Barrett. And he makes both free throws. We'll return shortly. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. They've got Taj Gibson. Toppin is out there with R.J. Barrett. Then there's Alec Burks. Outside Gibson. Now here's Burks. He's guarded closely. Elbow shot is on the way. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Good work there as it goes.
A bonus when Avery Bradley is finding ways to score inside. He's got to keep working on his interior game.
Now, here's Barrett. It drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7, though. The Rockets trail. And here's Augustine. He kicks it to Bradley. Gibson with the steal. And oh, here we go. Burks got it. A fast break chance. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. He gets it in there. And it's a 4-point Knicks lead.
Gibson working out of the screen and roll, and he gets off that one quickly.
And the big man, Taj Gibson, a tough, defensive-minded veteran.
Such a huge part, the foundation really, of those teams in Chicago when he was playing alongside Joakim Noah. One of those glue guys who's willing to take on any assignment.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
2 shots.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
so he gets them both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Here's Barrett. He's got 10. And we've got a moment now to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for him.
And the rebounding contributions have been on the uptick over the last few months. He's definitely appeared to have made a concerted effort to really impact the game more and more with his work on the backboard.
And he knocks down the first one. Brooks checked in for Augustine. That one misses. Rockets trail by 3. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Tate, the pass to Brooks. And stolen by Barrett. To the paint. Here's Randall. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. And the Knicks lead by 5.
Yeah, Randall not giving up on that play. Smells that one out. Grabs the ball. And gets 2 more.
Pass to Wood. Now, here's Olynyk. He's defended by Randall. Shot from 12. The rebound by Gibson. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Knicks. Up next for him, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That will be their second of 6 road games for the team. Now, here's Bullock. Brooks covering.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Right side, Porter. Pass to Wood. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Barrett. That one's good. Just his 3rd make. Brings him to 3 for 8 in this game.
Yeah, he's going to find a way to score. RJ sniffing out the opportunity there.
Brooks finds Porter. Rocket 6. Passes it to Tate. They get the rebound. Olynyk banked in off the glass. Olynyk's got his 2nd basket.
Well, Olynyk's presence on the offensive glass is big, mostly because he is big.
From 13, Gibson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Knicks lead by 5.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Payton against Porter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Taj Gibson picks one up. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good. Porter.
Hey, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Nerlens Noel checks in for the Knicks. Rose comes in for R.J. Barrett. And Porter drops them both. The Knicks leading by 3. Rose surveying the D. The pass to Noel. And it's Bullock in the corner. Outside for Randall. Money from the wing. And it's 6 points for Julius Randle.
Randall's teammates loving seeing this. Shots like this are helping out this offense. He's taking the lead.
Here's Porter. The Rockets again can't hit. For New York, they've gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Randall no good.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Tate. He's guarded by Bullock. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Tate. Rose passes to Payton. It's Noel atop the key. Kicks it to Rose. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Tate, the pass to Olynyk. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Rose.
And Olynyk not afraid to get physical out there with the defense all around him.
First trip to the line for him here.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Olynyk.
And Kelly Olynyk, one of those guys who has been very accepting of his role. You give him a bigger load, he's fine with the playing time, and if he has to come off the bench to produce, he's okay with that too.
And so Olynyk nails both of them.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who are you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Here's Rose to the inside. And it's Noel missing. The Rockets have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Brooks dishes to Porter. From past the arc. Bullock with the rebound. The Knicks with the lead. Randall outside. That one doesn't drop. And it's Houston the other way.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level. And his tonight has been high.
Porter passes to Tate. Wood against Payton. And finished off by Wood. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
Outside Rose. To the middle. Randall dishes to Noel. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Well, Randall, when he has the ball in his hands, aware that there might be an open teammate, that time he found him.
Porter finds Brooks. Here's Wood. He's covered by Rose. Wood with the bucket. Wood's got 6 here in this quarter.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Here's Payton. Nice D from Porter. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Houston Rockets. They host the 76ers after this game, and that game concludes a 5-game homestand. Here's Olynyk. Shot clock reset for the Rockets. Here's Wood, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
2 shots.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And so he makes both from the line. Knicks trail by 3.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Augustine against Burks. Just 5 to shoot. Quickly. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here is Augustine. 8 points for him. Wilson kicks to House. For the three-point line, it's Augustine. Knicks with the rebound. Burks with it. Now guarded by Bradley. Wood with the block.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Now here's Bradley. He's covered closely. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make. Feeds it to Noel. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And a moment here to see the numbers on Derrick Rose. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 14 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
That's good from Noel.
And in the first quarter, he was consistently getting to the line and really causing headaches for the D. Haven't seen that same type of consistency here in the second.
Both free throws good from Noel. Houston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane. You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Now here's Rose. Pass to Burks. Beyond the arc. Augustine grabs the board. Free throw line numbers for him, 6 of 7.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Augustine. Both free throws good from Augustine. Knicks trail by 3. Now Rose. We've got 1:55 left in the first half. 6 on the shot clock. And the foul on Avery Bradley. That's his first foul. We've got 1:48 left in the first half of basketball. Basket good. And it's 6 points for Derrick Rose.
And as long as he retains that great explosion in his legs, Derrick Rose will be a factor around the rim.
Augustine passes to Brantley. He feeds it to House. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Pass to Noel. Back to Rose. To the paint. Here's Burks. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Burks has got 5 points so far.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
Augustine dishes to Bradley. Passes it to Wilson. It's rebounded by New York. Noel's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Now, here's Toppin. He's guarded closely.
Yeah, easy call.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. A different look for New York. Gibson comes in for Nerlens Noel, and Barrett subbed in for Burks. Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1. There's 37 seconds left in the first half. Inside. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Now, here's Barrett. He's got 13, and there it is for him.
You think about all the ways that R.J. Barrett is getting that scoring done. Versatile.
Augustine against Rose. Now here is Augustine. He's got 10. Over Rose. Augustine, that's good. Augustine's got 6 in the quarter. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Alfred, how big is defense going to be in the second half to help you get this win?
It's going to be big. That's what it's going to come down to. Defense wins games.
It certainly does, Alfred. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Boy, what a crowd joining us here for our halftime report. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. They were a determined team in the second quarter, and you saw it come across on the scoreboard. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
They put on a rebounding clinic in the first half. Boxing out, reacting quickly when those shots go up, and solid fundamentals that have them in good shape at the half.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on New York.
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly passes. Nothing was forced. They had a nice flow to the offense. Guys knew where to be on the floor. That's the heads-up style of play they need to bring in the second half.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, R.J. Barrett has been exceptional here, guys.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the Rockets. They've got Porter. Olynyk is out there with Wood. Then there's DJ Augustine. And it's Tate in at the 3 slot. Here is Porter. Following the basket by Elfrid Payton. Olynyk with it. Over Randall. Again, the Rockets score.
Olynyk can be a gifted scorer, and this time working from the mid-range.
Payton looking it over. Goes up the baseline. The shot missing. So Houston will take it the other way. Here's Augustine. Knicks with the rebound.
And Julius Randle dropping a few pounds since he came in the league. He still brings an old school physicality to the game.
He's a good rebounder and a good finisher in the paint. Still trying to develop GA using that offhand and trying to have some touch around there with the right. That'll be a critical skill moving forward, but he has other ways to get at you offensively.
A chance now to see the numbers for Olynyk. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. He's averaging about 19 points per, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
First free throw is good, and the Rockets making a change here. Brooks checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here is Payton. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Got a piece of it. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Tate the pass to Brooks. There's the pass to Tate. 4 on the clock, and here is Olynyk. Shoots over Bullock, and it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Pass to Payton. Barrett against Brooks. Pass to Noel. Here's Bullock, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Bullock's got 6 points as we approach the fourth quarter. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Tate the pass to Porter. The 10-footer. Payton outside. Passes to Barrett. Score of the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Porter looking it over. And there's the pass to Tate. Here's Wood. Knicks with the rebound. Noel's got 11 rebounds in the game.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Randall with the bucket.
Well, that's good try on defense, but with a scorer like Randall, it's just not enough.
Brooks outside. Here's Porter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
Clearly a foul.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
At the line for your Rockets, Kevin. Taking 2 shots.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And there's the feed to Noel. And slam dunk by Noel.
Wow, getting these bonus points from a guy who offensively you don't tend to lean on. This is helping out the squad.
Outside, Porter. Pass to Wood. And some nice passing there by Houston. They get a hand on it. Here's Bullock. He has 6. Heaton. Wood with the block. And that one's good. Noel.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now Porter. He's got 7. Down low. It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Wood.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Payton. He can't get that one to fall. Nice D from Porter.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for him.
Pass to Wood. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Elfrid Payton. He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
2 shots.
That one is off. And the second free throw, good. And so here is New York, leading by 5. Rose in the post, guarded by Porter. Rose, that's good. Rose has got 8 points.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Now here's Porter. He's got 7. Olynyk can't hit.
That's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Wood, following the basket by Julius Randle. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Daniel House is checked in for Houston. Avery Bradley comes in for Brooks. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Taj Gibson's checked in for Nerlens Noel.
Taj Gibson doing a good job of just getting the hands up, and then the instincts come into play with the block.
chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Rockets trail by 9. Bradley finds Porter. Offensive rebound, Wood. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call. New York with the foul. He's had 6 attempts at the line, made 5 of them. Free throw good, Wood. Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, he's putting his game right in the face of the defense right now and just driving into the paint to get contact.
Here's Rose. Drills the elbow jumper. Rose has got the lead up to 9 now for the Knicks.
Yeah, that's exactly how you want to utilize Rose at the point guard position. Run him off screens all night long.
Pass to House. Knocked away. Outside Brent. Shot clock at 6. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And the pass to Rose. Over to the left wing. Shoots it. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. And now an 11-point Knicks lead. Outside Bradley. He dishes it to Porter. Over Rose. Porter passes to Wood. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Toppin, he's checked in for Randall. On the free throw, no good. The Knicks leading by 9. Rose attacking. Here's Toppin, and Toppin throws it down.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Pass to Rose. From 10 feet out, no good. And the Rockets take it the other way. In the corner, Bradley with it from outside the arc. And the 3-ball is good. Bradley's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
That's pretty pure from Avery Bradley. Huge part of his game. He's been working on that 3-point ball.
Here's Rose. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And for Derrick Rose, the question will be how much of his MVP level of play from 2011 can he recover? You'd love to see him return to that form.
DJ Wilson, he's checked in for Houston. And so he hits both. Augustine with it. 12 points for him. He kicks it to House. Got a piece of it.
Man, those signs right there of RJ being that alert on defense. Man, he could be good on that side of the ball.
Quickly, guarded by Bradley. Stripped away. Here is House. Barrett covering. The dish to Augustine. Outside, House. That's in. Augustine with the assist. House has got 5.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Monday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets.
You know, it might sound cliche, but a road trip like this one is a great time for this team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry absolutely matters in the NBA, and these are the kinds of opportunities teams need to build it.
He's off on the first. And he sinks the second. Rockets trail by 6. To the middle. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Outside Gibson. Kicks it to Rose. Fires from 14, and that's good off the glass that time. Rose has got 8 points in the quarter.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Augustine passes to Bradley. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Obi Toppin.
Bradley plays with a pretty decent force from the 2-guard spot, and that's how he gets calls like this.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. First free throw is good.
There's a nice, quiet leadership quality that Avery Bradley gives to his teammates, and it's something that the coaching staff absolutely is on board with.
Both free throws good from Avery Bradley. The Knicks leading by 4. Right side Rose, and it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That's his first foul. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Here's Rose. Sinks that one from the post. Rose has got 16 points.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
And the foul on Obi Toppin. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Augustine. The Knicks leading by 4. And here's Barrett. He's got 18. And a perfect time here to look at all the teams that score the most points off turnovers. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. The Rockets 4th.
They've shown a tremendous ability to cash in on their opponent's mistakes, creating offense with their defense.
And that one falls for Barrett. Good on both. 1:30 left to play in the third. Here's Augustine. 14 points for him. It's rebounded by New York. They've led by as many as 11 points. Rose against Bradley. Over to the wing. Back to Rose. 5 on the clock. He's off on that one. And it's Houston the other way. Augustine looking around. Here's Bradley. Tries again and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And now the Knicks on the break. Now Barrett. He's got 20. Gibson up top. Rose against Bradley. Barrett the pass to Rose. And the layup's good off the glass. Rose has got 18 points.
Yeah, you could see that RJ had seen him open earlier and then got in the right spot to deliver.
Here's Bradley. It's off. And so it's New York in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Filling out the wings are Bullock and Barrett. Nerlens Noel is out there with Toppin. And it's Payton in at the 1 spot. The Knicks leading by 8. Inside, stolen by Wilson. Brooks, left side. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Knicks shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Barrett kicks to Payton. Pass to Bullock. The 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
It's rebounded by Barrett. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Bullock's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Now here's Payton. Here's the teardrop. Wilson with the block. But he recovers it. Toppin passes it to Bullock. And again, New York with the triple.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Timeout.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Nice game. Great performance by R.J. Barrett.
A smart move here. Talk things over. He's really eating them up, and they've tried a few different looks defensively. Nothing quite getting it done.
The Knicks making a switch here. Randall's checked in. So it's the Rockets now. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Payton against Porter. Over Payton. Wood kicks to Porter. The pass to Tate. They need this. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
To the paint. Here's Randall. Rockets with the rebound. Wood's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
For Houston, Christian Wood taking 2 shots.
Shots. Last on the first.
Free throw good. Wood. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. At one point, they led by 16. Pass to Barrett. Dishes to Noel. To the inside. Out to Payton. 5 to shoot. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Now, here's Barrett. The offensive rebound. And it's Bullock missing. Rockets trail by 11. Tate. Barrett covering. Porter passes to Tate. A 3-ball. Good on the 3-point shot.
0 defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide-open 3.
For New York, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Payton dishes to Bullock. Down low, here's Randall. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, Randall can hold his own down on the inside with that physical frame.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Randall really improved in his shooting range from 10 to 16 feet last year, and that just makes him so much more a complete offensive threat in any system he plays in.
He's perfect from the line this time. Here is Porter. Ways to get back into it, but they've got some time.
The tendency can be to really rush or push the game, and they need to avoid that.
Tate the pass to Wood over Noel, and no good. Trying to use the glass. New York's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Barrett wide open. He fires. Misses the 3. Houston's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Brooks the pass to Tate. On the wing, Brooks. He's guarded by Bullock. It's tipped.
That's just a good, solid, instinctual play there from Randall.
To the middle. And Randall throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here's Porter. Pass to Olynyk. Here's Wood. Passes to Tate. Fires from deep. But they recover it.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
Here's Wood. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Wood's got 27.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Payton passes to Randall. Up again. It's good on the putback. And the Knicks lead by 12.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
The pass to Olynyk. Over Randall. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Well, Olynyk hits perimeter shots, so that's the advantage. Put him out there in space, and hopefully he knocks it down.
Here's Barrett. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, he's got 22.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Houston moving it around. Tate the pass to Porter. 5 on the clock. From deep, Brooks. It's rebounded by New York. Barrett's got his 5th rebound in this one. Inside. The shot by Payton, no good.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
Brooks the pass to Wood. And the rejection by Noel. Pass to Brooks. Outside, Porter. Olynyk finds Wood. Now here's Brooks. Pass to Olynyk. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Well, Kelly Olynyk can score all over, but really valuable when you start to get points from this kind of balanced attack.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And the league taking steps to discourage teams, Greg, from tossing away seasons in search of high draft picks. Has enough been done, you think, in that regard?
Kevin, we'll see. I tell you, the idea of a play-in
that's
tournament
a tough one, isn't it?
for the last few playoff spots, I think that's a good idea, actually. It might keep more teams in the hunt down the stretch. And I think the onus also, if the fans put enough pressure on their teams to try to develop what they have and not always put it on the future, I think that's going to help. But I think you're going to always have a little bit of that moving forward.
Derrick Rose is checked in for New York. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Houston. A 12-point game. Passes it to Olynyk. Here's Wood. He's covered by Noel. Fires the three. Offensive rebound. Now the pass to Tate. There's Porter with the three. Trains the three-pointer.
And not where he earns his money, that three-point shot. But he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Nerlens Noel.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
There must be something about playing in a hostile environment that drives him. He is really fed off that. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. He said, I love how we're shooting the basketball. You guys have been locked in from three. Just keep taking makeable shots. If you don't have it, pass it to the guy who does. Kevin?
Barrett kicks to Noel. Out to the right wing. Rose against Porter. To the paint. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Outside, Porter. Pass to Olynyk. 6 to shoot. Tate the pass to Olynyk. 2 points. That one goes. Olynyk's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Here's Bullock. It's hauled in by Wood. Wood's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Down low. That one goes. Count it. Wood's got 15 points in just the second half.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
Rockets trail by 7. Here's Brooks. And the layup falls.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Now here's Rose. Over Porter. It's hauled in by Wood. Porter against Rose. Teardrop shot, and it's good. 2 points. Now it's just a 3-point Knicks lead.
Man, that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
New York calls timeout.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Now here's Bullock. Back to Rose. Pass to Randall. In the corner, Barrett with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. With the teardrop, and the layup is good. Barrett's got 26 points.
R.J. Barrett wanting the ball and coming through. That was critical.
Noel against Wood. Outside, Porter. And here's Brooks from outside. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Noel. He can't hit that time. The Rockets go the other way with it. 1:43 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Porter kicks to Wood. Olynyk trying to break loose. And finished off by Wood.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Rose. Wood with the block. Passes it to Tate to the middle. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Wood. Wood's got 33 points. Rose against Porter. Outside for Randall. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Randall's got 13 points here in the second half alone. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Rockets. The pass to Wood. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. New York on D. At one point, they led by 16. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Porter. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Now here's Rose. 36 seconds left to play here in the 4th.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Sort of reminding me of a little Ben Wallace action here from his years with the Pistons. He's been that much of a force rebounding the ball.
To tie it up. Money! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot. Huge shot there, and the crowd knows it.
Yeah, you've got to love hearing a crowd get this fired up.
And so now the timeout taken by Tom Thibodeau. Rose against Porter. Outside Rose. Pass to Bullock. That will count. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. It'll be the Knicks off the tip. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Reggie Bullock is out there with Rose. And it's Noel in at the 5. Rose against Porter. Hits to Olynyk from deep. Number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here's Randall. Barrett with the ball. Just 5 on the clock. New York needs to get off a shot. Houston's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. There's Porter with the 3. It's rebounded by New York. And here's Rose. Over Porter. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Rose has got 20 points.
And when Rose gets going and gets this kind of confidence offensively, you're in trouble. He can just flat out take over again.
New York moving it around. They get it back. Here's Randall, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Olynyk.
Well, he goes in there, and you're worried about getting bumped if you're a defender by Julius Randle, not the other way around. So physical.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Randall. DJ Augustine's checked in for the Rockets. He hits both from the stripe. Rockets trail by 4. Overtime in full swing here. 2 minutes off the clock. And finished off by Wood.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Here's Rose. That one wide left. Houston's gone 1 of 2 so far in their three-point attempts in overtime. To the inside. Tate. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. So it's the Knicks now. And Randall throws it down.
How about Randall? Dependable big in a big moment.
For Houston, they've gone 3 of 4 on their field goal attempts since the beginning of overtime. Timeout called the Rockets. It's overtime basketball, folks, if you're just tuning in. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
Olynyk getting a huge bucket right there. That was big.
New York's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Here's Rose, and there's another one for the Knicks.
And Rose wants that leadership position. When the team needs a big bucket, he is ready and willing.
Wood against Noel. Wood kicks to Brooks to take the lead. Good on the triple. And the Rockets lead by 1.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Shoots from the elbow. No good off the back of the rim. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for Houston. Inside, Wood gets the bucket and the foul. That one on Rose.
Really good work on the interior. That is a critical 2 points there. That was an ideal scenario really for him. Point-blank range and also a size advantage.
Payton, he's checked in for New York. That one misses. Knicks trail by 3. Feeds to Bullock. It's hauled in by Wood. Houston's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. To the middle. And finished off by Wood.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
The Knicks have gotten 4 of their initial 9 shots here in overtime to fall. Randall surveying the D. To the inside. It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Noel coming through. Wow.
To the paint. Money!
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Now here's Payton, the 17-footer. It's good!
They're fleshing out his offensive attack here. Randall comfortable from that range to knock one down.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Augustine passes to Wood. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
Tip-off goes to Houston. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. Clock at 4. Payton on the double team. Augustine finds Brooks. Kept alive. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Kelly Olynyk. 2 shots.
2.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Houston making a switch here. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
New York calls timeout. They're down by 5. 8 seconds left to play in the first overtime. What do you think, guys?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. Knocks down the trifecta.
And really the defense not organized on that inbounds play, and boy, do they pay the price with the triple.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're ahead by 2. 5 seconds left in overtime. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
At the line for your Rockets, Kevin Porter. At the line for 2.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he ends up missing both free throws. So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.